Hey, hey, hey. You're back. Awesome. All right. Well, I know Luke did a fantastic job in video number one. He set the stage. You understand now that retargeting is really one of the best cases of getting a high ROI on your ad budget. I think we all agree that that is the case. He did a great job, hopefully, of educating you if you weren't familiar with retargeting. Um, Now, the only downside is he taught you something that after you see what I'm going to teach you, you're going to be mad at him because you're going to be like, why did you even show me the old way? Because I want to see the new way. All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to put away your distractions. I want you to pay attention to this brand new video. Okay. This new training. Make sure you put away Facebook, turn off your cell phone, give me your undivided attention because this is going to be some of the coolest, newest, brand new, doesn't exist anywhere, I promise, information that you have ever seen. Okay? You are going to be on the cutting edge. You're going to be in just a small handful of people in the whole world that is going to know how to do this. Okay? All right, you ready? Here we go. Okay, you're with me. All right, let me do a real quick recap of retargeting and the two big flaws that Luke covered. Number one, retargeting the old way. We call it the old way because after you see this presentation and training, then you're going to understand what we mean by the new way. Here's the two major flaws. Cost way too much, okay? And you cannot really laser target your campaign to build a list of prospects that are perfect for what you're trying to sell. And so Luke went through all that, and I don't need to go through that again, but I just wanted to kind of remind you of what we found as the two major flaws. Now, let me show you another quick reminder. This is how retargeting is done, currently by most people. They spend money. The ads are shown on whatever sites that they want it to show on. Someone clicks and they're added to a retargeting list if they have the pixel on the landing page or wherever they're sending. Okay, so that means you spend $200, and if you can average $1 per click, just for our illustration, that would be 200 clicks, and your list size would be 200. Okay. Now, here's where I want you to pay attention. This is not going to be obvious when I show this to you. All right. So, are you paying attention? Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you retargeting the new way. All right, same three steps. You're going to spend money. Your ads are going to be shown on targeted sites, and then we have this little and keyword-based searches, which I'll talk about later. Okay? And then they're added to a retargeting list. Does anybody see something missing? Can anybody spot the difference here? Unfortunately, I can't see what you're saying, but I think you're screaming at the screen here. Yes, you're right. There are no clicks involved. Okay? Let me show you this example. You're going to spend $200. If we just assume that the average CPM, and if you're not familiar with CPM, as a sort of a refresher, that's cost per 1,000 impressions. Okay, if we said $4 for every 1,000 impressions, that means that we could get 50,000 impressions for $200. Okay, so $4 divided into 200 is 50. 50 times 1,000, that's 50,000 impressions. That's how the math works. That means in this new way of doing retargeting, at the end of that $200, our list size is 50,000. Okay? I know it's probably not sinking in yet, but I know you just saw that number. And I remember in the prior example, the common old way, our list size after spending $200 was only 200. We just were able to catapult our list to 50,000 for the same $200. Here's why. What we're doing, the retargeting the new way, we are building our retargeting list based on ad impressions rather than clicks. I'm going to say that again because this is the key, people. Retargeting the new way. You're able to build your retargeting list based on every time an ad is shown, not when someone clicks the ad. Let me give you an example, okay? It's very important you understand this because when the light bulb goes off, you are going to you're going to jump for joy, I think, because your ad budgets and your effectiveness of your ad budgets are going to skyrocket. And here's what I'm talking about. We do impression-based retargeting now, all right? Impression-based, not click-based. Here's the example, $4 CPM. So $4 gets us 1,000 times that our ad is shown, all right? Every time that ad is shown, someone is added to our retargeting list. That means for that $4, we could get 1,000 people added to the list. That means the cost, all right? The cost to build a retargeting list size of 50,000 is $200. Okay? That's based on an average of $4 cost per thousand, okay? Now, let me just kind of recap. Luke covered the cost to build a 50,000 retargeting-based lead list on clicks. If we did it on search for the for the auto insurance, 1,839,500. If you move to display advertising and use the Google Content Network, approximately 112,500. If you used another RTB, again, similar to Site Scout, then price is going down, but it's still 71,400. Okay. Now, doing it the new way, you can get that same 50,000 for $200. You understand that you are saving, the amount of money you're saving from search is $1,839,300. All right. Content Network on Google, 112,300. Site Scout or similar RTBs, $71,200. This is the money that you're able to save. You're getting the exact same size, perfect, lead list, but from retargeting. Okay. Here's the key. They do not have to click your ad, okay? They do not have to visit your website, but you have placed them in your retargeting list, and that's it, okay? They don't have to click your ad. They do not have to visit your website, but you have placed them in your retargeting list. I know, some of you guys, mind blown, right? All right. I don't have a mic. I can't drop it right now. But that being said, here's the thing. With this model, we have basically solved both flaws. Cost way too much, all right? That has been solved. Now, I haven't shown you how we solved the next one. So let's get to this one, all right? Here's still, currently we've solved the cost. We know that, by doing it this new way, the cost has gone down. However, what about targeting? How do I know that 50,000 person list is actually a list that I want to build for $200, right? I mean, that would be my next question. I'm sure it's yours as well. All right, so who cares if I got a 50,000 list if it's not targeted for what I want? Okay, well, let me just show you, like a sniper, we are able to solve that problem. Okay, we're going to be able to get you basically laser targeting, just like this sniper here. Okay, remember this, example that Luke gave you. All right, he said, wouldn't it be great if we were trying to build a list of people that were interested in auto insurance so that we could retarget to them? Wouldn't it be great if we could just advertise, on this particular article, because it says compare auto insurance quotes, right? Everyone, hopefully, if you haven't watched that first video, then you need to do that. Well, here's the thing. In the new retargeting method that we're showing you, you can target specific page level URLs. That means I don't have to target bankrate.com. I can target bankrate.com/finance/compare auto insurance quotes.aspx. Okay, that entire URL I can target inside this new retargeting method. Do you think that that would be something that could get you some laser targeted, like I said, if you're dealing with auto insurance, laser targeted quality lead list built? If you could just target that one URL and URLs similar on bankrate.com about auto insurance. Absolutely. Okay. But it doesn't stop there. We're going to introduce to you something that's really never been seen before in the world of retargeting traffic. And we're talking about keyword level retargeting. Now, what do I mean by this? Let me give you an example. If you go to a search engine and you type in the word auto insurance, you'll get some kind of results back. And in those results, there's all kinds of links in here. But for example, this particular link in the news, there's a link here. If someone were to click on this link, it says it goes to the Sun Sentinel. So let's take a look at that. All right, so this is actually where that link went. Well, look here. There's an ad right here. There's an ad right here. What that means is that we can actually advertise on this particular article because we can target just the URL. That means that if someone were to click from this search engine link and they land on this page, we could target them and add them to a retargeting list through that ad impression. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute, okay? So basically, they did a search for auto insurance. They went to the search engine results. They click a link in the search engine results. If that link leads you to a page that has advertisements on it that are up for auction and able to be able to be purchased, then using this new method of retargeting, we can actually target that person. So not only can we pick the exact URLs that we want to target, but we can also target based off keywords. I don't need to know this URL for Sun Sentinel. It doesn't matter. If I use the keyword auto insurance inside of my targeting, then automatically it will add this person to a retargeting list if the ad impression is one. Okay? I know I just blew your mind. All right. So here's the thing. Remember, the cost, we solve that problem because what we're doing is we're adding people to retargeting lists based on ad impressions, not clicks. You don't have to get that first click anymore to get a person on your list. Okay, that's great, but what if the targeting is no good? Well, I just showed you, and I'm going to show you a little bit more here in just a second, that it is possible to laser target down to the page and keyword inside this new retargeting method. Okay, so we have solved both of the major flaws with the current method of retargeting. Okay, so I'm proud to say that all the old flaws of what if any of you are retargeting now, even though it's probably working really good for you, imagine what you can do with the new retargeting method, being able to cut your costs and build a retargeting list based off of highly targeted page level URLs and also keywords. Okay? That is what we're talking. So I can already hear you screaming at me. Okay, turn it down a little bit. Don't scream so loud. I'm just kidding. You're going to ask me, how in the world can I do this? Right? Okay, so how are we doing this? I am proud, like a proud father, and Luke said, I got the cool part, so I get to show you this. All right, but we're proud parents here, and we want to introduce something to you. All right, this is a brand new platform. It's a traffic platform, and we call it Retargeting Cloud. And there's a reason we call it Retargeting Cloud, because you are going to surround your people in your retargeting list just like a cloud. All right, you're going to be able to get to them from all over the internet and other places, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, Retargeting Cloud is literally, we call it the world's first and only retargeting list building monster machine with keyword and page level targeting. Retargeting Cloud is the only platform in the world that allows you to target and build a retargeting list based on keywords, build a retargeting list based on specific pages and URLs, and build a retargeting list based on impressions rather than clicks. I'm going to let that sink in, okay? I need a yes. I want you screaming at this screen, all right? Okay. So, what is Retargeting Cloud? This is a retargeting list monster machine. It's built on top of real-time bidding. Now, if you're not familiar with real-time bidding, what happens is every time a banner ad on a site, when you see a banner ad, it could be that banner ad went up to some type of auction. And through real-time bidding, different advertisers using programmatic advertising were able to place bids for that auction, for that advertising space through an auction process. Okay, this all happens like lightning fast, but it doesn't matter. That's what happens. And so through that auction, whoever the highest bidder is, they win that ad spot. So their advertisement gets shown, over everybody else's. So that is what real-time bidding is. Now, inside Retargeting Cloud, there's international targeting capability. Currently, the brain, if you will, what we call it, tracks and observes the online activity of about 750 million people worldwide. And in the system's about 15 million keywords being tracked currently. Okay, so that is sort of the scope and level of what Retargeting Cloud is at the moment. Some other stats for you. We have access to over 250 billion impressions per day. Billion with a B. So you can get an unlimited amount of traffic. You have access to pretty much all the inventory around. Now, 203 million in the market prospects in over 10,000 categories. What do I mean by in the market? Let me explain what in the market means. Because we are adding people to our retargeting lists that are currently searching or visiting pages that are about certain topics that you know because you specified what the targets were. You know that they are actively seeking whatever those topics are about. So for example, if it's auto insurance, then someone is not going and reading about auto insurance unless they're considering either changing or getting auto insurance. Okay, or if it's an e-commerce product, they're out searching for kitchen gadgets or blenders or whatever. Okay, that means they're in the market. They are looking for that stuff right now. That is so much more powerful than just having historical data that person bought a kitchen product. Does it really matter that someone used to buy a kitchen product? No, they may not be in the market right now for a kitchen product. So if you're showing your ad to somebody because you got a brand new e-commerce kitchen product, well, I mean, maybe they're interested, maybe they're not. But if you show your ad to somebody that's actively searching for, a blender, and you've got a really good blender for sale, then there's a much higher chance that you're going to get that sale, right? So that's what I mean by in the market. That means they're actively looking and searching for whatever you're targeting. So for example, in the finance space, over 10 million in the market uniques per month. So this is unique IP addresses or unique people. Retail, 144 million in the market. Auto, 27 million. So this is how many people are searching for the various categories in the market products right now. Okay, now some other pretty big stats for you. 296 ad networks, ad exchanges, traffic aggregators. That's where all the traffic comes from. Okay, the 250 billion impressions that I talked about. Access to over 40 million websites to advertise on. This is how literally you can completely own your own traffic. You build up your retargeting lists, and those retargeting lists are so targeted based on whatever you want. You basically own that traffic source, okay? Because you advertise to that list. You're not advertising to a website. You're advertising to that list. You know what that list wants. That's what we mean by completely own your traffic. You already know what they want. Clickstream data access. What do I mean by clickstream data access? Basically, when someone clicks an ad or a link, all the information that goes with that click gets passed to the impression that's being shown. And through the auction process, all that information, what keyword did they search prior, what's the URL referring, things like that, all the attributes around that particular impression, all come in that click stream. And because of that click stream data, we can do the magic targeting that we're talking about. Okay? How does it work? Well, retargeting, you're going to be happy to see this. Retargeting Cloud is a simple two-step process. Number one, all you do is create your retargeting list or audience. Some of you are familiar with that term. And you use URLs and keywords. Okay? Number two, you run your ads, your display ads, your banner ads, to those retargeting lists through the platform. Okay, so you build your list and you are able to run the traffic, the banner ads, and generate the traffic all through Retargeting Cloud. You don't have to go anywhere else. That's it. All right, I think you've waited long enough, and you can tell I'm pretty excited, so I want to show this to you, okay? So I'd like to introduce real quick to you Retargeting Cloud. And it is by far the simplest, but one of the most powerful interfaces for traffic that you will see. Okay, so let me show you. Here's the actual interface. Okay, so over here is your menu system. Basically, there's two sections. You have a section for retargeting lists, and you have a section for your actual ad campaigns that you will generate your traffic and when you run to these lists. So first thing you want to do is build a list. Now I'm just going to show you. I've got a couple lists here for an example. I built a list of 76,000 people related to weight loss, okay, for $210. Okay, $210, 76,000 people in that list. Now, let me show you how easy it is to build a new retargeting list. Here's the interface. There's a section for what we call the list settings. So you've got a status. It's either going to be paused or active. Okay. Now you'll want to set it to active. The reason is that way you'll be able to use it in your ad campaigns. Okay, but you can set it to pause at any time you like. You want to give it a list name. All right, so I'll just say demo list. Here you want to give it a size. So let's say I want to build a list of 30,000. Okay. So this is going to be the target size of the list. Then you're going to give it a budget. Now it tells you that you'll probably need about, in this case, about $120 to build a 30,000 lead list for retargeting. That's it. So we'll put in $120. Now you could do 10,000 if you want. That's the minimum. So you could do 10,000, which is $40. All right. That's all you got to do. So basically decide how big a list you want to start and then put the budget there. And then you come down to list profile. There's four sections there. You give it where is, typically will this traffic or list want to go. This is mainly for auditing purposes. It really, you can always change it. So put in whatever URL you're going to think you're going to be sending it to. And here's the magic, guys. This is what you want to see. Here's where you put in the URLs. So let's say if we wanted to target auto insurance, we'd put in, bankrate.com/finance, / whatever it was. I don't remember off the top of my head, but anyway, down to, compare rates, .html, whatever it is. So I can go down to that level, or maybe I want to go to just a category level. Maybe I want to target that page, but I also want to target the entire category of, auto insurance, if it had one. So finance, auto insurance. All right. So you would go and you would basically put the URLs that you want to target. Okay. You need a minimum of 5. 5 URLs is the minimum, but obviously the more the better that are targeted. Okay. Then you put keywords. All right. You would say auto insurance, maybe auto insurance quotes, cheap auto insurance, some things that people, are interested. Use your favorite keyword tools, use your favorite URL tools. Doesn't matter here, but the point is that once you've identified the URLs that you want to target, once you've identified the keywords you want to target, that's all you have to do. You also can target, geo-targeting. Again, 5 keywords, 5 URLs, that's the minimum. And you can, target whichever region you want. So let's say we want to target United States. You can do United States. You can target down to the state. You can target down to the city. All right, and you can add as many as you want. DMAs, zip codes. Once you've specified that information, you click Create Retargeting List, and it's going to go and create you an active retargeting list. It's going to submit behind the scenes. Notice that you don't have to set your ads. We handle that behind the scenes. It's going to build your list for you. That's all you have to do. Okay? Will give you your retargeting list. Now what you do once you have your retargeting list is you come to add campaigns. Okay? Here I have 2 ad campaigns, and you can see, I want to show you this because this is impressive. I got 500,000 clicks for $197, 214 clicks. I'm sorry, 500,000 impressions, 214 clicks. 117,000 impressions, $37, 68 clicks. All right, these were just some little tests so we could have a little demo for you. When you want to create an ad campaign, it's real simple. Same kind of thing. You come in here, you set whether it's paused or active. You give it a name. You set the start date. You set the end date. Actually, I guess let's do future. You set your budget. How much do you want to spend on this particular campaign? All right. So maybe we want to just test it out. We're going to spend $50. Now here you want to give a maximum. What's your maximum price you want to pay? Okay, 31 cents is the minimum. So I'm going to say 40 cents. Here you're going to select your audience or your retargeting list, and I'm going to choose my weight loss audience. So whatever active retargeting list you have, they'll show up in here. You can also add your geo-targeting here, and then you want to do a creative. So these are your banner ads. So we would come in here and we would say, upload banner. In here, it will show you some of your old banners. So like this is one that I use for the dieting campaign. So you could use one of these, but you would upload your own banner. And then you give it a URL, wherever you want that person to go, and then hit add creative. And you can add as many creatives as you like, and then hit create campaign. That's all you have to do in order to create your ad campaigns. How simple is that? Okay. Once you've created those ad campaigns, it's going to go out. The ads will get approved. It takes 24 to up to 48, sometimes a little bit more hours, depending on the ad exchanges that we use, and that's it. Then your ads start running, and you start getting traffic for whatever price that you specify. Okay. How awesome is that, guys? It's super easy. We designed it to be, you don't have to know you don't have to be a brain surgeon like you do, to use Facebook. You don't have to be a brain surgeon like you do to use, Google AdWords or some of these other platforms. This is meant to be drop dead simple, highly targeted, cheap traffic. that you can advertise to over and over, because you are list building. You are not advertising. You are building your lists and then advertising to those lists. And I think everyone already knows the money's in the list. That's the common phrase. So if you can build a list that you know is highly targeted around whatever your niche, product, service is, and you can get super cheap targeted traffic, then you can have success doing this, right? Yes, yes, yes. I hear you saying it. Okay. All right. Let me give you an example. This is a real example. Now, I don't mean to pick on SiteScout. All right. SiteScout's a great platform, and they've been around a long time. Then that's the only reason I'm using them. Okay. But they're very common. They're another, RTB, basically, real-time bidding platform. Okay. So I want to give you an example, though. This is a real dollar spent example of what you get advertising, kind of, dollar for dollar, SiteScout versus Retargeting Cloud in this particular illustration. Okay, here I had the same offer, the same ads, everything in a campaign on SiteScout for this particular ClickBank product. I set my CPM bid to be $4. And the reason for that is I needed to basically use the same numbers that we would use in Retargeting Cloud for building the audience, okay? Because they don't allow you to do this. So I had to use the same. I was trying to make this apples to apples. So for that, I was able to get 130,000 impressions. My effective CPM was $3.66. My cost per click was $7.57. I spent $476. And I got 63 clicks. So what that means is after I spent $476, I got 63 people added to a retargeting list, and I had 63 people visit my URL. Okay? That's what that means. $476. Let me show you Retargeting Cloud. First off, for $210, I actually got a retargeting list of highly targeted people around weight loss of 76,000. Then I took this list and I advertised two different offers to them. One of them got 517,000 impressions, 214 clicks for $197. The other, I did 117,000 impressions, 68 clicks for $37. All right, so if I add all that up and kind of summarize the two so you can see it easily. SiteScout, $476 spent, poor targeting because they don't allow you to target by keyword. They don't allow you to target by page level. All you can do is target based on URLs, the actual sites, not down to the pages. I got 63 clicks. I got $3.66 CPM, $7.57 cost per click, and 63 people added to my lead list, my retargeting lead list. Now, this says SiteScout. It's Retargeting Cloud. That's a typo there. But I spent $445. The targeting is page level and keyword level, all right, which is highly, highly targeted. 282 clicks versus 63. 37-cent effective CPM. Cost per click was 83 cents versus $7.57. And not only that, but I built a list that I can retarget to of over 76,000 people in the weight loss area versus 63. Imagine what I'm going to have to do in order to get a 76,000 person list over here. How much is that going to cost me? Well, divide 76,000 by 63 and then multiply that times 476, and that'll give you some idea. Okay? It's going to be astronomical. So that's just an apples to apples comparison of the cost savings and the targeting that you can have on Retargeting Cloud versus other platforms. Now, I want to give you some more examples. Okay, everybody loves case studies and examples. So here's an example. We built a retargeting list in the prepper niche. All right. Now this isn't the site, but just to give you an idea of what preppers are, people that are preparing, for catastrophes and things like that. That list, 710,000. That was our retargeting list size. In this particular campaign, we got over 3 million impressions, over 12,000 clicks for $600. 12,000 clicks in a highly targeted retargeting list for $600. That's about an average of about a nickel a click. All right. Imagine what you could do if you were getting nickel clicks on people that you know are highly targeted inside the prepper niche. Here's another example. Now, this example, a company that was selling, child toys went from $1 million to $10 million in sales using this method. Okay, using basically retargeting cloud technology. They built a list of 500,000. And in this particular campaign, they ran 6 million impressions of their ads. They got 24,000 clicks for $10,000. They were spending 41 cents average cost per click for a child's toy. And because of all the advertising that they did, they drove their sales from $1 million to $10 million. Okay, through campaigns like this. All right. Here's an example, more of a local deal, auto dealer. Okay, they built a list of 50,000 kind of local retargeting. They got 347,000 impressions during this particular campaign, generated 1,500 clicks for $171. That's an average of 11 cents cost per click. Okay, they were very happy selling cars. All right, generating traffic to their website for 11 cents per click. Now, this is an example, and obviously we don't have the stats of all these case studies because they weren't our products and things. But in this particular case, we do. This auto dealer was able to generate 93 sales of cars in a 3-month period. Okay, did over $2.8 million in sales, $106,000 attributed in additional repairs. So almost $3 million in 3 months, all from this method. Okay, highly profitable, highly profitable. Let me give you one final example. This is a local example, a plastic surgeon generating a 39,000 local-based retargeting list. Did one campaign, 129,000 impressions, got 310 clicks, spent $214, and generate clicks for 69 cents in the plastic surgery niche. Go to Google AdWords, look up what the cost of it is to get a click for a plastic surgeon that's highly targeted around, especially around procedures and things like that, and keywords around plastic surgery. Go see what it costs to do that. That's what they were able to do with this. All right. Let me give you a quick summary and conclusion. Retargeting Cloud, our platform, solves the 2 major flaws of retargeting the current way. Okay, and those are, by using Retargeting Cloud, you can build a super cheap retargeting based lead list and ad campaigns while giving you the ability to laser target your prospects. I want you to comment below if you're blown away right now. Okay, I want you to take just a minute and just leave us a comment, because we're going to look at these comments and we're going to choose some winners out of these comments. So I want you to look below. I want you to basically leave a comment of your thoughts right now as I just finished this presentation. I'm not quite done, but as I just finished this presentation, please take a minute. I want you to leave me a comment. Luke and I are going to look at these comments. We're actually going to pick winners. All right, we're going to pick winners throughout the week, the rest of the week, and on our next video that's coming out, we're going to go over how you can leverage Retargeting Cloud and profit. There's 4 different ways that we like to highlight in order to profit from using Retargeting Cloud. Now, here's the deal. I want you to go ahead and make comments below about your thoughts of what we've just shown you. Okay? If you've got questions, I want you to join us on Periscope, because we're going to be talking about this platform live going forward. And we're going to pick some of the comments out of what we see down below these videos. And we're going to pick some comments and give prizes to, if you're on live Periscope with us. You got to be on live with us, okay? If you're not on live, you don't win the prize. And we're talking, money and all kinds of, training, things like that. All right. So we're going to do that just for fun during this, kind of what we're calling an internal launch, brand awareness, blow your mind extravaganza. Okay. Because as you can imagine, here's the deal. We're going to show you how to profit from this platform. And then we're going to show you how you can get access. But we are going to give early bird, information, links, things like that to our people that are on with us on Periscope. So you need to, if you haven't done it, I know a lot of you already have, you need to go ahead and hop on Periscope. Download it. There's instructions below the video. I want you to download it to your phone, and I want you to go ahead, follow the instructions. Make sure you follow us. Okay. If you want to unfollow everybody else that you're following, that's fine. If you don't want to, have that thing going off a lot during this week, you can follow them back next week or whatever. But you need to focus on what we're going to show you, because I promise there is no other marketer out there that is giving you an insight into what we have just shown you. There's no other platform out there. There's a ton of products, and they're all, I don't want to say they're all like me. There's some great products out there. There's some great marketers out there that are doing great things. Okay. But what I've just shown you, and I bet if you look in the comments, you'll see it, does not exist anywhere else. Okay. Not even close. So put something in the comments. Make sure you do that, because if you don't, then you don't qualify to win if we pick the comment. But then also join us on Periscope Live anytime you hear it go off, because we're going to be doing something special when we do that. All right. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We've got another video coming, soon, but, pretty much during this rest of this time period, we're going to be utilizing Periscope the rest of the week to get on live with you, to do Q&A, to show you some, kind of cool inside stuff. We're going to talk about some things that I didn't even cover that you can do with the Retargeting Cloud. Okay. Some things I didn't even cover. And the reason is because, quite honestly, we're going to keep them secret to some degree. Okay. And we're going to let people that get on Periscope know about them. All right. Well, that's it for me. Check your email. We're going to let you know when the next video is available. Rewatch this video. Make sure to comment and make sure to join us on Periscope. And also, if you thought this was cool, we would really appreciate it. Share it with some, there's some social share buttons underneath. Okay. Share it with your friends if you love them. If you don't like them, don't share it, because, that you may not want them to know. All right. But they'll know that you don't like them. So if you didn't share this with them, they're going to be mad with you. I'm just telling you, they're going to be mad, because they're going to be like, how did you know about this and you didn't even tell me? Okay. So that's on you, but I'll leave it up to you. All right. All right. We'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye.